Okay, so in this we were telling whenever the bridge is imbalanced. When will the bridge get imbalanced? When the temperature changes. And when the temperature changes, what will happen to the value of this thermistor resistance? It increases or decreases by a value delta R. Now, we will use that condition and we'll again find the value of VA and VB. So, what would be the value of VA in this circuit? As usual, VDC into RA divided by RA plus RT plus or minus delta R. You can see here VA is VDC into RA by RA plus RT plus or minus, you can use here plus or minus delta R. They have considered only one side change. You can use plus or minus also, it doesn't matter. Similarly, what would be the value of VB now? Same as before. Will VB change? Here I have two fixed values of resistance, RB and RC. So the voltage VB is the voltage across this resistance RB. What's the value of this voltage? VDC into RB by RB plus RC. So VDC into RB by RB plus RC you will get, that is VB. Now I am interested in finding the differential voltage VAB, which is VA minus VB. So I know the value of VA, I know the value of VB. So you just substitute both the values to find VAB. When you do this, and I told you, most of the times we use the condition RA, RB, RC are all chosen equivalent to the base value of RT. And how do I get the base value of RT? I fix up the parameter at room temperature. Say RT is a thermistor. I'll say its value at room temperature is so much. So say the thermistor value at room temperature was 100 kilo ohm. I'll choose RA, RB, RC to also be equal to this 100 kilo ohms. Okay. So choose all the four resistors to be equal to the base value of the thermistor at the reference condition. Remember that reference condition is important. I want to use reference as room temperature. Okay. Anything above the room temperature, it's going above the reference. Anything below the room temperature should go below the reference. So this is the reference value. Now if I apply that condition in this previous equation, what will happen to the equation? You will get VAB is equal to VDC into R divided by, this becomes 2R plus delta R. Okay, R by 2R plus delta R minus VDC into R by 2R. So if I take VDC as the common signal outside, and if I use what? The LCM. If you use the LCM to these two cases, you will have, so let me just write, I will have R into, you can just simplify this. So R into 2R, because this value will be 2R and this value will be 2R plus delta R, correct? 2R plus delta R, and this value is R, this is also R. So if you take this R into 2R, if I am finding the LCM, minus what? R into 2R plus delta R. This can be plus or minus, I told you, 2R plus or minus delta R. Whole thing divided by 2R into 2R plus delta R. You will get 2R into 2R plus delta R. Okay. So if you simplify this equation, you will see it reduces to this form. In the numerator, I'll be left out. There will be these R's cancelling out. And this 2R square minus 2R square, this term goes off. What is left in the numerator will be just delta R into VDC divided by 2 into 2R plus delta R. So this will be the value left out after substituting all the 4 resistors RA, RB, RC and RT as just R equal. So this represents the input signal to the second stage, which is nothing but a difference amplifier. So the second stage of the instrumentation amplifier, as you can notice, is a difference amplifier A3 with R1 RF, R1 RF here. So VAB acts like the input to this second stage. Now, what would be the output of this second stage? That I have to find out. So I have just found out the value of VAB in terms of change in resistance. This is important. Please note, it will be used in problems. This input voltage VAB is written in terms of the change in the value of the transducer resistance divided by 4R plus 2 delta R, I can write it as, or 2 into 2R plus delta R into VDC. Okay. So now, if I want to find the final output voltage after the difference amplifier circuit. So after this circuit, if you want to find what is V0, we already know. I have taken R1 equal to R2. So these two resistors are taken equal and this RF is taken equal to R3. So these two resistors are equal. So it acts like an amplifier of the differences. What's the difference between the two inputs? VAB. This VAB is passed on here. So VAB is the differential input and the gain of this circuit is RF by R1. So output here will be RF by R1 into this input VOB minus VOA. So if at all I call this as VOB and this as VOA, for example, output here will be RF by R1 into VOB, which is the input to the non-inverting terminal, minus VOA. Okay. What if I want to write it as VOA minus VOB? If I just want to reverse this, this will come with a negative sign. So minus RF by R1 into VOA minus VOB. So I know VOB is same as, if I have VB here, output of this is also VB only. VOB is same as VB. If you have VA here, output of a voltage follower is same as the input. This will also be VA, right? This is a voltage follower. If you have VA here, this is also VA. If you have VB here, this is also VB. So if I want to take the differential voltage as VAB, remember VAB means it is always VA first and then VB. It is VA minus VB. Okay, please remember. So since I'm considering differential input as VAB, this would be the value VA minus VB. But actually it should be VB minus VA if I want this as a positive. So if you write VA minus VB, this will be a negative value. That's what we have shown below. So you can see in the derivation below, I have used a negative value. That is, the simple reason is I'm considering the inputs in the opposite direction. You can see here minus RF by R1 into VAB. Okay. And what is the value of VAB? We had already shown it is, actually this will be plus or minus delta R divided by 2 into 2R plus delta R into VDC. Substituting that here. Okay. And we have left out the minus sign. It doesn't matter. We'll consider only magnitude. Okay. So because there is a plus or minus here also, which we have neglected. So don't worry about the sign. You just substitute for VAB and this gain is RF by R1. So the final output voltage of the instrumentation amplifier is given as RF by R1 into VDC into delta R divided by 2 into 2R plus delta R. This is the actual expression. But we'll simplify this one more step so that if this delta R is usually very small when compared to 2R. Here I have a value in the denominator 2R plus delta R. Usually this change in resistance which will happen with change in the physical parameter like temperature will be small. So when I compare it to a very large value like 2 times R, this delta R turns out to be quite small. So if you consider neglecting this delta R to 0, what will happen to this effective value in this ratio? It will just become delta R into VDC divided by 2 into 2R, which is 4R. Considering this delta R is a very small value when compared to 2R and neglecting it. Is that clear? So the final equation which you should remember is V0 is RF by R1 into change in resistance of the thermistor delta R divided by 4 times R. Where what is this R value? R value is RT at some reference condition like room temperature equal to RA equal to RB equal to RC. Okay, that is R. RA equal to RB equal to RC equal to RT. All these are equal to R, and 4 times that R will be there in the denominator. Delta R will be there in the numerator. VDC is the DC excitation which we apply to the bridge. So this gives us the final expression for output voltage of an instrumentation amplifier in terms of the changing value of resistance which is present in the sensor which is connected in one arm of the Wheatstone's bridge. So as I've already told you, RT is a thermistor. Some commonly used instrumentation. I told you this is a very versatile device and it is very commonly used in almost all industrial applications and projects, and it is hence available in IC form. So some common instrumentation amplifiers are MUA 725, ICL 7605, LH0036, so on. So I think with this we'll stop